everybody, I'm going to go over Rootless voicings with Chordy now so you can see the keys light up and hopefully you can understand what I'm doing a little bit better. I've done lots of videos about this before, but first time with Chordy. We're going to go over what I used to call box voicings because we analyze them in this box, but I'm going to call them shape voicings now. And I'm just going to go over this first one with you, a little bit about the other ones. So we need to understand these. These are for dominant seventh chords or other weird chords. Major chords and minor chords are simple. Just take the major chord, take any inversion, and simply change the root to a 9. All right? So this is C major 7th. And if I put the bass in here, then the computer understands and gives me the right chord symbol up there. And I'm going to do these with my right hand so I can keep the bass note in there. So that would be C major 7th. Another common inversion is right up here. Okay, so right like this. And the reason these are, this one and this one are the best is because you can get to these shape voicings easily from these inversions. Okay, and the minor one, or this one. You can use any of them really, but like you can use that and you can use this. But these will be the most useful for now. Okay, that's minors and majors. Now, let's get to dominant chords. Shape 1. You see, Chordy thinks this is F major 7th with a flat 5, which it is in the 5th column there. We're calling it that if we have that as a bass note. But it's more often used this way with a G as the root, even though you're not playing it. Now the computer understands that this is a G7 chord with a 9 and a 13. A tritone away, we have a completely altered chord. We've got our D flat 7th, but it's got the sharp 9, and it's got, the computer's going to call this the sharp 5, but theoretically it is the flat 13. Okay? Same note, right? Here's the 5, sharp the 5. Here's the 13, flat the 13. Because this is an extension onto the chords. We should give it a higher number. And, you know, it's a very useful progression. Check it out. See? You've heard it in pop songs, too. Right? Pop, jazz, whatever. And then it can be D minor 9 as well. It can even be B minor 7 flat 5. Okay? And then there's 2 other columns, but I'm not going to go into those right now. Now, the exact same chord inverted up here will work the same way. See? It's a G, just like before. Just like this one. Exactly the same chord. A tritone away. It's an altered chord. It's a D minor 6/9. It's a B half diminished. All right, and I would never voice a chord like that, but to make the computer come out right, there it is. So these voicings are used with the right hand, like if you're doing a walking bass line. Like that. Oh, I forgot about this one. Instead of a major 7th, like this, many times, even if the chord symbol is a major 7th, we play it as a 6/9. Okay? Now, the most common little progression to start with, D minor 9, G13, C6/9, or major 7th, whatever you like. Inverted, D minor 7, G6/9, or G7 with a 9 and 13, C major 7, or C6/9. Okay, I think we have enough now to maybe do Satin Doll. So we've got, right, because we got D minor and G. See? And then we'll have this. All right, the computer doesn't understand until the bass note is there. Sorry about the bad singing. All right, now A minor, right? We've taken an A minor 7th, made an A minor 9th. And see how easily that gets to a shape voicing. You see, there's our D9. All right, we saw it in this inversion before, but that was G, right? If I go down like 5 steps, I get a D9. And that just reminds me that, you know, how do you practice this stuff? You've kind of got to go through it in as many keys as you want. I would suggest all 12, but, you know, it depends on, you know, what level you are, you know, how much experience you have. But, you know, you go through the cycle. If you know this one, then you go to C. All right, and the next one. Oh, I can use the pedal, I see. So that's Fly Me to the Moon. Major 7th chords, honestly, if you change it to a 9th like that, then you don't have any of what is called prime dissonance. What's prime dissonance? That's prime dissonance. This is prime dissonance. See, it's just a half step, right? That's a half step too, right? Right? Same 2 notes, so it's a half step. It's not a half step, but we can still call it prime dissonance. So a major 7th chord has prime dissonance. The rootless version of it does not. So for major 7th chords, root position is great, or let's just say include the root. And right here, let me put it up an octave here. Right? Remember I said this could be used as B minor 7 flat 5, right? So there it is with the 11. So F major 7, B minor 7, flat 5. And then here, let's see. Let's use shape 3. Did I talk about shape 3? Take shape 1, move it down like this. It's still a G7th chord, but now with a flat 9. And this chord is very flexible. You know, you can use it as a G chord, as a B flat, as a D flat, as an E chord. You can use it as an F chord, an A flat chord, a B chord, a D chord. All those roots are allowable, and it's explained in the box voicings there. And if you want a big explanation, you can check out some of my other videos. So where were we? All right, because that's E7th, really. And then A minor. Okay, just a regular chord if you want to. All right, what else we got? We got Take the A Train. Let's use this for our first chord. All right, there's our D9 again. There's the 9 and the 13. Could be an A flat altered, but we're using it as a D9. There's our D minor 9, and then G7. Now, a lot of times you can play just 3 notes of the shape voicing. Sometimes it's even better because the perfect scale for this one is the Lydian dominant. Right? The perfect scale for this one is the diminished. But if you just play these 3 notes, it doesn't matter. And you know, you could play any scale with any of these chords, really. It doesn't. You don't have to match the scale precisely to the chord. But if you just do this way, then, you know, either one fits perfectly. Or Even the altered scale could be used, but we would tend to use this rootless voicing for the altered scale, and we could leave out one of the notes like that. All right, so A train. Yeah, because there's so many chromatic notes in there, it's safer just to play that. Maybe add that. Bridge. I like root position with the prime dissonance. We've had that before. D. And shape 3. And of course, there's always the inversion of the shape voicing. The reason you have those two inversions is because you want to keep the chords in the same general area or stay out of the way of your right hand. All right? If I was way up here, I could go, do that one. But down here, all right, rootless voicings. So both those major seventh chords, I did not do rootless voicings because I wanted prime dissonance. Prime dissonance. But if I want to go with rootless, and with the bass player, G and C. Yeah, it sounds good. That's we used it for D before, but see, it's an F sharp minor 7 flat 5 with an 11. And there, think of it two ways, as an F chord, but really as a B altered, right? We came from, and this is interesting too. If I take this shape and use it as a minor 7 flat 5, and then move it up just a minor third, and move this up a fourth, then I get a B altered, and so I have a nice setup for a 2-5-1. 2, put that third in there so Chordy understands. I'll play it real light so you can't hear it. I don't want to hear that note. I was doing B up here, but now I'm doing it the inversion. It's okay to put the root in. Is that one of our voicings? I don't think it is. Oh, it is. Yes, it is. I think that's shape 4. All right. I don't want to explain every single chord that I'm doing there. I've done a lot of videos about this, so But this just helps you see a little bit better what's going on, and I hope it was informative for you. And I sure do appreciate all the comments and nice things that people say when they watch these videos. So until we meet again, thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon. Bye.